Football League in Indiana. It is into the net, and it is pulled off by Moss. He's due the 15, 20, 25, 15, and tripped up there. Great play by Nelson Garner. Otherwise, it was a quick 6 for Ricky Ross, the 5'11", 186-pound wide receiver defensive back out of Missouri.
Talking to Ernesto Pernsley, that was the one thing he was worried about. Off the net, you're going to see the ball forward right here. And then you can see the guys coming down. They were concerned that they had big guys and they were going to be able to open that wedge up the middle. Nelson Garner is a nice-sized kid, can make the tackle, but you don't want to get on your 10-yard
down. And 10 now for Doezell in the rampage as he looks left, throws left, and he's got his man, Ricky Ross, brought down short of the first down at around the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Grant, far out. Doesn't matter.
May have that opportunity here if Doezell can punch it in again. He's got motion from Deion Mitchell. He looks his way. Now throws outside. Ross makes the catch. Works his way back down to about the 6-yard line where he's brought down by Cedric Walker.
And you can see now some of the substitutions are starting to come in. Carl Sacco is now at the jack position right here from the low angle. You're going to see Umar Muhammad trying to come in with the pressure. Doezell just gets the ball off. Cedric Walker comes up. And here you're going to see, this is where you got to make that guy give the ball up. He's carrying it loose.
It's kind of somewhat of a comforting factor to have Hopkins on the field with them, guys.
All right, Ray, and let me just say you are the best dressed guy down on the field tonight. As the Birds kick off, Garner puts this one up into the net, and it will be taken by Ricky Ross. He's down the middle of the field again. He's almost tripped up. Garner tries to make the play, and finally Greg Hopkins knocks him out of bounds at the Firebird 15. Great return from Ricky Ross.
You know, the path of least resistance sometimes is the worst path, and I think Ray Jackson on that had two guys coming at him. He goes outside. You're going to see right here. He's going to go out here instead of in here to force the play. You got to go in there and get that. That opens that big hole. There's not many people there. Nelson Garner misses the tackle, and you're going to see right here, Hopkins comes over as he's the safety. That's his responsibility. Ricky, they haven't been in the negative hardly at all tonight.
This one starts at the Birds 15. Doezell looks down the right side, now left. He throws as Ross came all the way across the field, bounces off the board, and gets it down to the 4-yard line. You can bounce off the board and continue. With a big play here, 2nd and 10, Grand Rapids. Doezell across the middle, a floater, and Ross has got the catch at about the 16-yard line. First down.
See, the only underneath slows down a little bit, but you got to stick around because touchdowns come fast and furious.
Clock is restarted now. It stops for first downs. It stops for timeouts. It stops for incomplete passes only in the final minute of the half. Ross with the catch on a quick slant, and he finds the zone. Oh, a little fall in the spring here in Indianapolis, and the Rampage go back on time.
Nice play by Ricky Ross. You know, what he does there is get underneath, catches the ball, has all those defenders, and makes 4 people miss.
Goins with a big extra point here, Buck, because he could make it a 3-point game.
That's a walk-in closet type of move. He has 8 guys in the walk-in closet. Now just get over the end line, but able to get.
We've seen him do a great job from his linebacking position on the defensive side of the football rather tonight. Here comes the kickoff now from Garner. Grand Rapids has a chance to tie this game and then send it to sudden death in overtime. They get a great kickoff return again to give themselves good position as Ricky Ross, who's done it all night long, brings it to the 23, 6 yards to the glory land for Clint Doezell. If he finds touchdown number 8 tonight, the extra point would tie the score. He pumps. He's got Ross. He's got 6. Ricky Ross. A nice inside-out move for the touch.
Now, I don't think this will come into play, but if you drop kick it, you get two points. But they said, you know,
that's a rarity.
That's a very much a rarity. You're going to see Doezell pump fake right there. The post, see, they run that slant all night. Come inside, then you go to the the back.
If there is a prototype arena football, Bell sees the whole field as his red zone. Tuesday or anytime to get the latest in AFL news. Dalzell to Ricky Ross. He's out of bounds.
The Z receiver, who is right here, is going to run a go all the way down the sidelines.
And he's also the motion man. That's Deion Mitchell, has great speed. Fake and left, going long, looking for the man who's broken past the defense. Ricky Ross down to the 10. Khalil Carter, number 1, was the man who got faked off the play. 31 yards on the pickup down to the 10-yard line of Milwaukee.
Dalzell hasn't particularly looked sharp as of yet. This ball could be a touchdown. The fake to the inner receiver, throws it to Ricky Ross. Ricky Ross sits and camps under it. Looked like his foot may have even slipped outside, out of bounds before he caught that. But it hit the board, and the board's inbound.
So, statistician Brian Roberts off to our side, and that is where we are in the, literally up in the rafters here at the Van Andel Arena as the fans come back to their seats near the end of halftime. It's a beautiful building here in downtown Grand Rapids. This is also home of the Griffins, the International Hockey League team that's still alive in their playoffs. Ricky Ross, come on back to the 15-yard line. Hauled down by Craig Moore. CNN Sports live in Grand Rapids. Here's Ricky Ross playing it off the net. Big hole. 19-yard line. Was he ever drilled by Craig Moore? Was he ever drilled by Craig Moore, number 65, the biggest out of Mississippi State University?
Craig Moore's been very active today. He's had a number of shots. Had the shot on Clint Dalzell earlier, and there he is, beaten down from the same direction. All over Rick. He's being blocked well, and hey, if you're not going to get to the quarterback, at least knock down the pass. Do something productive. And Planton just did it there.
And he's 6'5" also. Tough to throw over. Nice catch, Ricky Ross. Rolls forward for the first down. Derek Greer.
I'm going to get the hands down, so get low and try to cut him a little bit.
Ross in motion. They go to him. Nice grab. First down to the 10-yard line. As we work the first quarter, Eli Gold, John Yurkovich, Jill Arrington, and the TNN Sports team here at Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, and Joe Douglas to bring it out for the rush. And he's to the 15-yard line. Ricky Ross puts him down.
The D pattern. That time they went with the D pattern and the touchdown. Willis Marshall.
Off Joe Douglas's hands. And he'll try to run it out. Oh, what a block by Hutch. But nothing there. It's going to be a touchback. Ricky Ross finally fighting. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining now as we near halftime. Dalzell finds Ross wide open. And Stingley finally runs him out of bounds.
Down. If they want to get any more plays in this half, for 14 seconds, you've got enough time for 4 plays at least.
Clock management. A premium here with Porter in motion. But he's covered. They come underneath with a flag on the play. Joe Douglas makes the grab. A lot of time being used up, though. Another mark in the Quad Cities. Dalzell, quick release to Ross. And following Mayfield, he'll get a first down out to the 16-yard line. Ed Sissom will come in. Corey can celebrate any way he'd like. Heck, with that baby girl just born 10 days ago, he's got a lot to be thankful for. Ricky Ross is deep. Fields Elizabeth's short kick. Here's Ross with blocking help. And he's shouldered down by Damian Porter inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Lucas Yarnell threw a magnificent block, springing Ross for that 47-yard run back. Ross ought to go right to Lucas Yarnell and say, thank you, big guy. And he is. You see him right there, pointing at one another. Watch it on the right-hand side of your screen, Yarnell's big block.
Yarnell come in right on 55 and make the block. Jamie McGurdy, the first player down. Should have kept him on the inside shoulder. He gets suckered on the inside, lets him loose, contained. And the next thing you know, Ricky Ross is scampering down the field. Here's the block right there on the top of
Off record, Dalzell getting it done through the air. The first possession hitting Michael Baker. This one's complete to Ricky Ross, who's up over the 10-yard line and driven into the boards. Gain of about 5 yards. Well, Michael Trigg opened the playoffs last year in Nashville, but boy, they were really dinged up at the time. Now, top seed on top, all alone. Ricky Ross over the midfield stripe, dives down close to the 20-yard line. So up 14-6, the rampage continue to move the kick. So all the momentum hanging with Grand Rapids right now. It's a short kick. You're not even close to the net. Eddie Brown. 1 foot over the end line. And here goes Eddie. Breaks the ridge. Got some running room. Forward progress will give him the football close to the 16-yard line. Plus there's a penalty juncture. And now it's a 2-point ball game. With about 3.5 minutes to go before halftime here in this semifinal game. The winner goes on to the Arena Bowl championship. Will it be here in Grand Rapids or Nashville? Garner with the kick. Big game last week, struggled somewhat here today. This one hard to play off that net. Ricky Ross gets it. He's over the end zone and he's over the 5-yard line, and penalty flags.
Cleared out 4 guys, kind of like an explosion.
Twin receivers, top left of your screen, and it's a quick hitter. It's Ricky Ross over the 5, and he stopped at Roosevelt Park in Muskegon, just about 45 minutes from here. A lot of young boys excited, playing on ESPN2, playing in that baseball tournament last night. Completed up over the 15-yard line. Might have a face-to-face meeting with Lynn. That's Shaw. Dalzell. Ricky Ross. Midfield stripe inside the 20. And Van Johnson.
Try to run a screen here to the left.
Dalzell's completed his last 5 attempts. There's a quick one. Ricky Ross cutting over the middle. He's got some room. Ross at the 10-5. Touchdown, Ricky Ross. Dalzell strikes again.
Well, first of all, the other left. They went to the right side, and what the advantage of it is, you got wide receivers blocking defensive backs. It's a little easier that way than having those big offensive linemen run out there. And then a terrific run by Moss. Nice job of managing those blocks.
I might have a few butterflies returning one in the National Football League, but when you turn your back, you have no idea where that ball is going to hit on the net. Dalzell over the middle has his man, Ricky Ross. Ross jukes his way around to the 15. About 10 yards per grab, 13 touchdowns with Michael Baker hobbling. Ricky Ross has definitely been the go-to guy for Clint Dalzell.
Yeah, and Dalzell really patient there and allowing that to mature and develop. Ross holding it to the outside and then break.
Special 2-week period, and now the Rampage will go back on the attack. In play. Short of the 10-yard line. They were struggling, working against the crowd and the defensive backs, and put one up, quieted down the crowd just a little bit. And remember, the Rampage with that missed extra point in this game. It's live, and here comes Ross. Good return out to the 20. Now the main man of a sport, the way this league is suddenly mushrooming. Off the net into the hands of Ross. Looking for a hole. Got a steam, one man to beat. Out of bounds. Wow. Now let's go down to Lynn Swan with the commissioner. Carpenter looking for that big return. Lost their first hole in the middle. Here comes Carpenter. With the Rampage
here like he usually does.
2nd and 10 for Las Vegas. Nash in motion with that tender hamstring. Dalzell under pressure, lets it loose. Ricky Ross over the wall.
It's good to see him coming back, isn't it?
And Ross wants credit for the catch. He says he reeled it in.
Well, there is a force-out rule. The official can make a judgment call and say if he would have
not been hit, would he have come down in the field of play with the ball? And that's the judgment right there. But you see the foot was on the line down there. So it's a good call by the official, an incomplete pass.
There's a white line at the base of that wall. You saw the left foot of Ross hit the line.
We may have to send our supervisor official, Jim Lapatina, who's up here with us. Might have to send him down the field and get him a whistle.
Little shovel pass, Ricky Ross.
A little limp in his get-along there.
Again, quick release pass to Ross. Alfonso and Lukens. Vegas Gladiators trailing by 6. They've been stopped once. Nash on the move at the top of your screen. Dalzell, Ross, Shaw on the tackle. Got back up. He never hit the ground.
Yeah, I think he landed on the other player, never really hit the ground, so he's able to get up and move again.
All right, he landed on Shaw as long as his knee doesn't touch.
Here's Ricky Ross. He makes the catch, ball a little bit behind him, but watch how he lands. He lands right on the other player. That's not part of the ground, so you're still alive in that situation. And Ross, he knows the rules of this game, and he said, hey, I never really was down. He keeps on going to this game, and he said, hey, I never really was down. He keeps on going.
Ross was released on March the 11th, re-signed, and Coach James said, I didn't realize how much he meant to our locker room and our practices.
Yeah, big-time energy guy, lifts everybody up.
Ross in motion. Ross settles in. Ross makes the catch near the first down marker. Another. Bill Jones, he said, CJ will be very good in this league. Quick, runs good routes. Just don't know how strong he is. Well, he showed it right there. Ross on the return for the Gladiators. Hey, not getting away from Sikora, who dumps him at the 12-yard. And he said, that's it. Let's go to the locker room.
He got it back, so he called it off.
He does have 6 touchdown passes today. 1st and 10, Gladiators. Ricky Ross. Jeroy Johnson hangs on.
Well, the thing you want to look at on this route by Ross is the change of speeds that he has. See how he's kind of going slow and then easing up the field, and then boom, hit the gas pedal right there when he got up on the toes of Johnson. And that's when he used the speed to blow right past him.
Ray, and a better throw by Dalzell, and Ricky Ross scores.
Yeah, he had to wait for the football there, and again.
And later in the ball game, a guy by the name of Ricky Ross, who's really exploded on this AFL league this year, he scored 3 touchdowns, 2 on offense and 1 on defense, Joe. Really a great victory for Grand Rapids last week in Toronto.
Well, Ricky Ross, every time he touches the football, as you saw, he's a threat to score. Here he does it on defense, picking up an interception, returns it for a touchdown, and that's really the secret ingredient this year. The Rampage offensively and defensively able to get the job done.
They sure have done it both sides of the ball, as you need to do in arena football. Guys going both ways, you need to do it on both sides, and Ross has done that this season.
And how about a guy we're really not seeing right here, Willis Marshall, who debuts last week. He leads.
Looking at 3rd down, 3rd and still about 4. Michael Baker's in there one as well as Dalzell dances, throws to the right, and an over-the-shoulder grab, and Ross, he ran into the dasher board. They're going to rule him out of bounds. No chance.
Oh, look at Dalzell. He can't believe it. They're saying that Ross was out of bounds when he caught it. Dalzell's saying he pushed him, and they just threw a flag on Clint Dalzell for protesting. He's got to get out of there.
Jim Lapatina is coming over with his officials.
Let's take a look here, Joe, because a player can, he almost have to be in the stands to be out of bounds.
On the offense, number 13.
He leaked at the last moment and may have stepped out of bounds. You can make contact with the dasher board. This will be a 53-yard attempt. Brian, his longest this year, 37 yards, hit that last year. He got some foot into it and has got a chance, but it's off the netting. Carl Bond over the shoulder catch, dances to the 5, and is run out of bounds by Ricky Ross.
To join that club, Joe.
Rampage trying to get the lead back. They've got Link Coleman in the backfield, offset to the right side. Trips to the right for Dalzell, pulls it down, looks, crosses the throwing, and there's a dive for the ball inside the 5. They're going to call it a catch at the 1 by Ricky Ross. There's a penalty flag, though.
Have to see what the call is. But
Carolina. Cobras have rallied from the 11-point deficit to take the 10-point lead. Dalzell in the pocket, throws left side to Ricky Ross at the 10. Tripped up from behind, got to the 6-yard line. Stopped a would-be scoring drive. In fact, both of them He had the teams poised to get into the end zone. Dalzell looks to throw right side, wide open. Ross has the first down and takes it all the way down to the 20, just outside the 20 of the Cobras.
Well, Carolina playing very...
Willis Marshall, yes, he's the high motion man. Now he will break to the left side as Dalzell quick out pass to Ross. Ross dancing in traffic, got it out to the 10 and to the 5:19 and 5:18. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the quick slant. Ross has got it. Straight arms the defender, but pushed back. He'll pick up a forward progress, I believe.
Net and not directly to Ross. That would be way last on his list, wouldn't it? High off the net. That was a good one.
Third choice and a good kick.
And Ross takes it back to the 13-yard line.
The 5th seed that Dallas
Look where he's at. Look where he's at.
That home game is awfully important, as we've talked about.
Winner of this game gets to play at home next week. And touchdown on the run again by Ross. Ricky Ross bouncing off his own blockers and scooting into the end zone for the Grand Rapids score.
Okay, Ricky Ross is a really good Arena League player. He just can't seem to stay healthy. This is his 10th game this year. He missed 5 games with a high ankle sprain, but when he plays, very good receiver, and as you see down by the goal line, a pretty strong runner. 3rd-year player out of Missouri.
He has 3 receiving touchdowns, 1 field goal return for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and now a running score. So the extra point will come up in just a moment. First, we'll take a break. Ross is set to receive the kick by Wells. It's kind of a funny-looking kick off the net, right into the hands of Ricky Ross. And Ross nearly sprinting free, does break a tackle. Ross down to the 11-yard line. Another big kickoff return. This one by Grand Rapids.
The locker room, you could just see the frustration bleeding from his eyes, and he only had this to say: his team is not playing with intelligence. Receivers, not getting out of bounds at the proper time, not playing denied defense on the goal line. Stupid penalties, his words now. Trigg told me that it's the story of the last 4 weeks, but maybe there's a spark.
And run the ball when he gets upfield that much, just try to run right by him. Perfect time to do it.
On 2nd down, Shaw in motion. Dalzell completing the pass to Ross. Just down inside.
It comes from the parents, guys. All right, so.
Okay, Lewis. How many can you catch, Pat?
Catch and release, I guess. Catch. Judy talking about being a great athlete. Clint was talking yesterday.
Here's the pitch on the sweep. Stopped short of the goal line. They tried to run it in.
In the first game, the Rampage really ran the ball very well against Dallas, and had nearly as much success today.
Ross, did he get in? Very close. 29 yards passing. He said it in 1999. And as you said earlier, the 4th quarterback over 400 touchdown passes. And the first is 70-plus touchdowns in 5 different seasons. Can you imagine the fear of lining up across from a guy at 3:30 in high school? Flag is down. Ross receives the Dalzell pass. Jermaine. Second down play, just lofted complete. And right to midfield to Scott Patton.
kick is up. On the way. Ross going to get a chance. Comes out to the 5. Right straight up the middle. 15-20. It's one-on-one now. It's a foot race. 10-5. Touchdown, Ricky Ross.
Wow, did you see that move, Tom? They pretty much thought they had him dead to run. Ricky Ross is going up. He's going to go to some of the concession stand back here. But Ricky Ross is flat out beat 3 defenders who were on top of him at about the 10-yard line, and then it was good night from there. One move and pass the kick.
Ball on the far right hash. Here comes the blitz. Again, they pick it up. Higgs escapes right in trouble, throws one up for grabs. Ross has got it at the 3. Boy, it was a prayer.
The water bubble. Like foot that he got picked, and it was all over.
Foreman's kick is high again. Ross, 6 yards deep in the end zone, out the middle of the 10, spins out to the 15, and falls ahead. Stack receivers on the right, Wilson and Ross. Now Ross will come to the left side. He'll get the ball and end around, down to the 20, 15, and he's knocked down hard at the 18.
He's the guy who knows how to go on both sides of the ball.
Was also a kickoff returner at Tennessee State. First third down play of the day. Dalzell will be short by about a yard unless they give him the 14-yard line. Cliff Green was there to make the quick stop on Ricky Ross, and they are close to first down yardage.
Ricky Ross is coming into the game playing the offensive specialist position, normally a two-way player. He wants to prove himself in the absence of Steve Smith. Nice pitch and catch. Good tackle by Cliff Green, not letting him get took the hands away. Hard to catch it as a receiver if you don't have your hands.
3rd and 8. Completion to Ricky Ross.
The clock. Most of the time you get these quick strikes in arena football, and with 30 seconds left on the clock, that's still plenty of time for Clint Dalzell in Grand Rapids.
Ross to the 11, and that's where Grand Rapids will start from.
Defenders and makes the tough catch. Cliff Green made a nice play, just wasn't able to get it done.
From the 18, catch by Ricky Ross across midfield.
1st and 15. Dalzell has Ross along the wall.
And Ricky Ross is the guy that they moved into the offensive specialist position that Marcus Nash usually plays. Nash out with that hamstring. And so now a lot of it's going to come on Ricky Ross. He's only been back with his team a couple of weeks. In fact, last week, his first game back with the team. And he ended up catching a couple of touchdown passes then. And he also played with Clint Dalzell in his Grand Rapids days. So those two guys are pretty much on the same page. Shouldn't be that big of a drop-off.
Blaylock runs out of a 2nd down for Las Vegas. Dalzell has Ross. Not a first down yet. Needs about 4 more yards. Gain of 11.
Yeah, a lot's going to be on Ricky Ross's shoulders as he takes that primary role, the top #1 receiver, #1 option in this offense. But he can handle it. He's been in that situation many a times, a veteran of Arena Football League and a guy that knows how to get it done.
3rd and 4. Jackson, the fullback. Dalzell, Ross, first down to the 8-yard line. Douglas, the motion man, on a 1st and goal. Dalzell, Ricky Ross. Ross to the goal line. Touchdown, Ricky Ross.
A nice block over there. Here's I guess that's what Ricky Ross had planned, and I don't know if I'd have planned on that myself, but nonetheless, a very good block on that one by Coco Blaylock. He's the one who should be doing the dance because he's the one who allowed this touchdown. You're going to see on the outside here, this block right there by Blaylock is what allowed Ross to get out there and have enough room to get into the end zone. There's the block right there. He hit Joe Todd square in the jaw and knocked him off the lead. They're going to see what Marcus Nash has.
Tweaked his hamstring. Worked a little shovel pass to Ross. And he picks up about
that one very often.
1st and long. Ross. Moten gobbles him up about the 18-yard line. A lot of other action going on around the league.
He's an offensive defensive player, but how about that return on an onside kick?
Hurdling over the man who kicked the ball, Clay Rush, and right now Chicago is looking good to end Colorado's winning streak, Bob.
Sounds like Iron Man of the week, Al. Ross with the catch and a first down for Las. Ross in motion for Las Vegas. Dalzell, Ross, touchdown Gladiators. 13 yards to Ricky Ross.
I don't know if Eddie Moten thought the play was over, or they were definitely hoping for that kind of result. And now they got to take advantage of it. That's the key.
And they will play at Los Angeles, 2nd to last week of the season. Ricky Ross makes the catch. Touchdown Gladiators.
What
21 yards.
What a throw from Clint Dalzell, though. I mean, that was as good a throw as he's made all day. Just wafted it up there, threw it before Ross even turned to look, and dropped it perfectly into the breadbasket.
Now flags fly as Ross again does a poor T.O. impersonation.
Watch this. He gets rid of this ball so quick. Ricky Ross wasn't even looking for it at that point, and he got the separation from Moten, and the ball was there perfectly. Here's the separation. He just beats him in a little bit of a foot race on the outside. You see Moten stick the hand out, but when he turned his head to look for the ball, he slowed down a little bit.
Ticketmaster locations. You can call 239-5151.